Hey guys, Craig and Crank and Surf, and look, back in the shed, as you can see. So, very familiar territory for some of you. So, a lot of people ask me what PPE I use. So, PPE these days is a very big thing, as you know. I'm a sort of 70s child. There was no PPE back then. So, look, I'll start by going, if you look at a lot of the shapers that have been around, that were shaping in the 50s, like Scott Dillon, the Brookvale Five, a lot of those guys, people like McTavish, people that have been in the industry their whole life, like Shane Stedman, I guess, and heaps of guys. So a lot of old shapers, and they're still going. They didn't have PPE. They just got in the bay, they got the planer out, made a lot of foam. They didn't have PPE, they didn't wear it. They sanded boards, did all sorts of stuff. Again, didn't have it. So what do I use? I use like a N95 mask when I'm sanding a board. So after it's been glassed and I sand it, that's all I use. And I know people will be freaking out, but all those guys that shaped in the 50s, and they used a lot worse material than what we did, some of them are they're all in their 80s, so they've done pretty well. When you're shaping a board, a foam board, and look, I'm going to say I've actually got 3 here that I've just shaped. When you're doing that, the foam is a different density, so it falls. So as you plane it, or it falls. So you don't get a lot of foam up top. It falls to the ground. You get on your legs, your feet, stuff like that. So that's all I use. And I see some people setting up these hoses to their planer, these vacuum extraction systems. Whatever you think is right for you, absolutely go for it. That is all I use. Never use anything more. I started an apprenticeship in panel beating spray painting, and like the end of the day, you'd blow your nose, and whatever color car you painted, that's what would come out. It was pretty horrific. But yeah, the only time I ever notice when I don't wear this and I sand a board is you get a little bit of white in your nose. I don't know, all those guys, McTavish, probably late 70s and early 80. Scott Dillon sort of passed recently. He was around 80. Jeff McCoy was in his late 70s. So a lot of these guys that have been shaping without PPE did pretty well. They've outlived a lot of people. So I would tend to think that this is sufficient. As I said, it's an N95. We used them through COVID. So they were designed, well, not designed, they were around before COVID, but basically they were used for COVID and they were very effective. So that is all I use. So don't come at me in the comments, because as I said, when you're shaping, you don't need one of these. When you're sanding the fiberglass, yeah, chuck one on. It just stops it getting in your nose and your mouth, because it's a finer particle and it goes in the air. Whereas shaping a board, the foam tends to fall. It's heavy. If you read Bob McTavish's book Stoked, now it could be in Stoked or More Stoked, which is the second book. However, he had a dog that he used to lay in the shape and bay with him, and sometimes he said you'd just see 2 black nostrils. The dog was covered in foam and it laid on the floor. When that dog died, he had the vet do an autopsy on the lungs of the dog, because the dog had been in shape and bays its whole life, except for the period when it went to Victoria and killed all the sheep. But I digress. Yeah, McTavish said he had the lungs cut open of the dog, and nothing, no foam, no cancer, nothing. So it's good enough for that. It's good enough for me. So that is all I wear. N95 mask. That's it. That's all you need. But I said, if you want to go safe and you want to build a dust extraction system, go for it. But do you really need to? For a backyard shaper, no. If you're doing it professionally, yeah, maybe you might want to put on the big mask and stuff like that, but no, I don't think you need to. Look, like and subscribe if you can. There's some more travel videos coming up soon. Going to Bali, so heading to Nusa Lembongan, and yeah, we'll shoot some more video and do a little bit more in depth. I've been learning how to use iMovie, so yeah, I'm on it. Okay guys, like and subscribe if you can. It really does help. Like if you watch the video to the end, so if you're still watching, thank you. But yeah, like and subscribe if you can. It really makes a difference. If I can actually start making some money out of these videos, I can upgrade some of the equipment and do better. Okay guys, catch us later. Get out, get surfing. Bye.